Okay guys, we're back. This is going to be a 3-part series. I have 3 different places I have to go today. Each one has a little different challenge. So I thought I'd just take you along, and I honestly don't know how to put videos together back to back, but maybe this is better to have them, I don't know, a whole bunch of short ones. Alright, so this is part 2 of today, Friday morning. We are currently at 51 degrees, so we actually warmed up a little bit, and I'm getting ready to get out of the parking lot here. FSD is going to be running, but we don't have that button yet to get out of park. I just had the brake. It's telling me it's going backwards. We are good. Get my glasses on. Beautiful sunny day today. With all our cameras up to make sure nobody's around. Okay, I'll put it in drive. We'll engage FSD. Alright. And we're in hurry mode. There was another YouTuber, now Teslafy, I believe. I was watching his video earlier this morning about the Cybertruck and his experience with FSD, which is very similar to what I've been seeing, but you probably couldn't notice, but one of the things he was commenting on was the fact that sometimes if you're rolling along with the pedal and you're at a certain speed, you engage FSD, and all of a sudden it like rolls back down. It just did it back there. It like almost wanted to stop. I have had that happen on the highway, which in the parking lot, you know, no big deal. Highway, big deal. I'll be going at, I don't know, 55, 65, whatever the speed limit is, maybe a little less, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go and engage it, and all of a sudden it will like almost come down to a dead stop, and I'm like, what are you doing? So I have to disengage, get it going again, and then retry it, and then sometimes it will take. But he also made a note on that and commented about that. Oh, thank goodness that squirrel was fast. So yeah, I've experienced that exact same thing. I don't know if other people on like the X or the Y also experienced that with FSD, but I have too. Highway, that can be very dangerous if it all of a sudden wants to drop to, you know, 20 miles less, and it will stop. I mean, it's like it puts on the brakes almost. So that can be a danger. Hopefully, again, I keep saying this, hopefully again in 14 that those type of interactions will improve. Where I have found FSD right now, where it is at 13.2.9 shines, is in this type of scenario. I've done some videos where we've gone to Ithaca, Syracuse, Poconos, where we're in the back roads and 2-lane roads. That's where it really does the absolute best. I have like no concerns whatsoever. None, maybe less than 1% maybe engagement where I might have to intervene or take over, but I find I do more scanning and looking at the highway or through the city. I don't know, just going to sometimes different places that aren't on those back roads. Even when there's no lines, it does phenomenally well on those back roads. I mean, it's perfect. It really is. I just don't know why sometimes with highways and just kind of around town, it acts a little weird. Now, the last time I was here, there's a blind. You won't be able to see it. Yeah, it's a little funky right here, but there's a really blind spot to the left. It happened to creep out, and it actually pulled in front of a car coming down. Luckily, this is a 30 mile an hour, but it stopped. So I actually had to take over and like keep it going down the road, and then I re-engaged it. So it's kind of funny. It was a little quirky on that right-hand turn. I guess it was maybe being extra cautious. I know it doesn't have a memory to remember what happened the last time, but it was just kind of interesting because it had not performed like that before. Oh, let's see. We got an oncoming car and a car parked. Okay, that was nicely handled. That was not too bad. Very smooth. It will always get down to 0 at a stop sign. That's in the rules of the road. That's what you are supposed to do. So it will do that. One improvement I have noticed since I've gotten the Cybertruck, which will be 6 weeks tomorrow, yields. It handles yields a lot better than it did. A lot of times it would almost take a yield as a stop, and then it would hesitate. It wasn't sure if it should go or not go, even when there was nothing around. Now, granted, some of these quirkiness is really Cybertruck related, and the other models probably have no idea what I'm talking about because it's a little bit more seamless end to end. And again, it has to stop to 0. And it will follow this all the way to the very end and merge over. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but sometimes you have people turning left. And my normal driving pattern, I would get over like as soon as I could. There is some construction coming up this way, so it'll be interesting to see how it handles this. It's done well with this route before, so we'll see if it continues. Not that there's a whole lot, but there's cones you gotta merge in, we gotta speed up. So there's alright, that was nicely done. Okay, there's a truck with a camper behind us and all sorts of stuff going on here. Oh, we got a Prius that has their hazards on. Well, this is not safe. Beautiful, perfectly executed, perfectly done, very safe, sped right up to highway speed. That was incredible. That was really, really good, nicely done. And that Prius probably should just move over to the far right. I don't know what it's doing, but that was really handled beautifully. And see, it's things like that that I'm like, oh, this isn't great, it's amazing, it handled so well, and then the next time it will just do something that, like, you just handled that perfectly and now you're doing what? So it's just it's weird. Still likes to hug that left lane, or that left yellow line, but it's not, I can see out, it's not bad, it's not actually on the line. The graphics show it a little bit closer than it really is in real life. But like I said in my part 1, I have noticed improvements in its driving ability from when I first got it, and we have had some little updates, not FSD updates, but other updates, the software updates. I don't know if there was something in there that tweaked it. I have no idea. If you know better than I do, please drop a comment, let me know. I'd be interested to have that conversation. Coming around this curve here, the right lane is the better choice. This lane does eventually end, and we've got this camper here. And we also have traffic that's going to be coming off the highway and merging into this lane that's coming up. Is in hurry mode, and I have an offset of 63. I might bump it to 64. See, this is why I like that scroll, because you can say, see, the lane ends 800 feet and we're just gonna hang out here. Oh, well, maybe that's why, because there is a car coming a lot faster. But again, it's wanting to move to this left over here where it really could be more to the right. Now, there's a couple cars on our right. We do eventually have to get over to the right. So we'll just have to see how it handles it. And this is this little tricky part around this particular area that, I don't know, it's a hit and miss. We'll see what it does. I'm going to let it do its thing. It wants to get over, but there is a car, as you can see the red, right on our side. It is 55 through here. Alright, it's slowing down. It's going to move over one. Oh, that's a Polestar. Oh, that's really nice. I like that. It's beautiful. I have no idea what model it is, but I like the color. Okay, it's going to get over one more. Okay, that's fine. If it was me personally, I probably would have gone a little faster. And, well, alright, you can get over one more. That's fine. I was going to say I would have gone a little faster, got in front of this truck, but this works too. Well, this is 2 lanes that turn into where I need to go. And it sped back up nicely, so that was perfect. So it handled that nicely. There's a few things that would be my preference that I would have differently. But for the most part, nothing unsafe. It did very well. Slowed down when it needed to, merged when it needed to. And it wants to get over to the next lane, which I'm trying to remember. You'd think I'd remember this. I think this lane, no, it's right. That lane does end. Okay, no, it's correct. See, that's actually correct. Now, see, for example, that mile, it merges, so it actually got over, so it was actually a good lane selection. We're going to have people coming in on our right, maybe. It's hit and miss on this part. So yeah, see, that was really good because they're going to be merging into that right lane. So we're over here, which is great. Now, Hurry sometimes likes to hang out in the left lane. My exit's coming up soon, so it will eventually get over. There's a car coming up pretty quickly on our right. That may be why you'll see it coming up down here. Maybe why it didn't move over right away. It's exit 2 in 1 mile. This is what we're going to need, so it should get over. Or maybe we can just hang out here for a while. There's nothing on the right side, so I'm just going to let it do what it needs to do. There we go. Now that's perfect. Okay, now coming up off this ramp, it will take the left of the 2 options for a left turn. The better selection is the right left turn. So we'll see what it picks. Sometimes I have to kind of intervene a little bit because the traffic can get really backed up here, and there's very short runway room to be able to get back over to where I need to go. But we'll see. If it's not too bad, I'll just let it do its thing. So as you can see, coming up eventually, there's 2 left turns. We really do want that right side, and it takes this left side. So it's going to have to get over. So I don't know, I'm early for my next client, so we'll see what it does and how it navigates. So we really should be on the left, or the right left turn, because we're going to have to get over as soon as we cross this bridge. Actually, a little before we cross the bridge. So again, that's a lane selection thing. That's a mapping thing. That's something that, I don't know, should be corrected. It should be able to predict a little bit further up ahead on where we are actually going and where it should be for the best, seamless, smoothest drive. Well, this will give you guys a good idea of kind of what happens. We've got this box truck, we got a mailman. See if it speeds up. It's gonna have to speed. Okay, good. This was nice. Yep, it needs to get over where that blue car is. Oh, that was nicely done. Okay. Yeah, that was played out well. If it was me driving, I would have been behind those other cars. And look at that, we beat them. So, hey. is one thing I think I have noticed, is it's speeding up to get over. It seems when I had it before, it would kind of keep a constant speed, and we would have to kind of slow down. Oops, I don't know. See, that we're doing that weird phantom braking thing again. I know, I just hit the gas pedal just to say, hey, you can go. But that was one of the things that some of the other YouTubers are saying, one, is happening on 14.1, but it's also happening on this one. Not often, but I have noticed. It was like a weird, I'm not sure why it did that. There was nothing in the way. There was nothing that was moving. All right, here's my next example. We're coming up on a school zone. It does not read school zones, and this is where 14 doesn't have that scroll. So the speed limit here is 15. So this is the scroll. So what I start to do is I just start to, they're very, very, everybody here goes exactly 15. And I'm putting the max down to 15. Looks like they're having some sort of cider fair. I don't know what they're doing, but this will be good. This is a good interaction type of thing. So yes, this is a 15-mile-an-hour school zone. Everybody here does 15. This is probably the only spot that I know of where people truly do the school zone speed limit. I usually let it go until we hit about this 30 mile, and then I'll bump it back up again. Alrighty, like 33 max. It's a residential area, so. Alright, we're turning down this road. I'll be getting to my next destination soon, and for privacy, I'm not going to film much past this. Alright, I got one more coming up as soon as I'm done with this client, and we will catch you on the next one. Thank you for following. Like, subscribe, give me some comments. Have a great day.